All right, let's make sure everything's on here. Hope I'm getting levels. I'm gonna grab my guitar and got a big show coming up on Friday with the band, and I want to run through my set list. So let me do that. Hope I like the settings here. Hold on one sec. I'll be right back. This is the guitar. You know, I might keep the headphones just so I can hear myself. Two things about this practice. I want to see if I can see the chat. Chat. That's great. I'm still learning about this. I'm not even sure you can hear me. I don't know if that control panel does. Oh yeah, that helps. All right, so those are my streaming settings. I don't know if you can actually hear me, but I'm back now. All right, so a couple things here. One, I want to decide what guitar to use. It's between this and I've got a Gretsch, and both of those are pretty good. If it's this one, I'm going to have to change the strings. That's just the fact of it. The other thing is just that I was sick last week. It wasn't a bad illness, but it could set me back on my voice. I've not been, let's just say the practices I've had the past couple days have not been quite as good. They've just been a little bit, little fatigue was setting in on my voice. So we'll see if I can clear that. And, you know, why don't we get started? Really want to see how this set list feels. Here we go. One Sunday in autumn, he wrote 9:29. Top a fresh page in his journal. Today's the day, be it rain, be it shine. We'll confer this turn to eternal. Well, the land is exchanged and their debts are all paid. They're waving letters of recommendation. They've built up defenses for the dark quarter days. Pass from this to the next generation. But I can't carry their souls, they're hardened and heavy, misused and untoned, unleavened, unready. I can't carry their souls. Looking back at what's left to see what went wrong. Searching for signs of survival. You could tell that they never really got along. Well, they're friends though they think they're arch rivals. But I can't carry their souls, they're hardened and heavy, misused and untoned, unleavened, unready. I can't carry their souls. Well, I'm done with defending them. They're blithe and unwilling. Well, they stare down at screens, they won't do their own bidding. I can't carry their souls. Well, they echo the healers, even though they're the patients, brazenly braying in the face of damnation. I can't carry their souls. Well, they knew everything that they needed to know. The numbers were glaring and continued to grow. The charts and the graphs and the warnings each year, none of it worked to produce enough fear for them to take action to save their own lives. And now here it is, 9:29. Might be ready to go, but I can't carry your soul. Might be ready to go, but I can't carry your soul. The sheer numbers alone, I can't carry your soul. Might be ready to go, but I can't carry your soul. 'Cause it's hardened and heavy, misused and untoned, unleavened, unready, I can't carry your soul. She believes in harmony, barefoot in the grass, collecting beads of rhythm in a glass. She believes in melody and cadences that rhyme, but once again she's losing track of time. Oh, she believes she has to leave. She believes she must be going. She believes in sibilants and percussive C's. Cold confusion steals in like a breeze. She believes in helplessness, standing still on stage. Her voice is staring blankly at the page. Oh, she believes she has to leave. She believes she must be going. She believes in silence, the staff looks back at her, each single note screaming to be heard. Well, she believes in feeling, and she replies in kind. She's taken over by something from inside. Oh, she believes she has to leave. She believes she must be going. She believes she has to leave. She believes she must be going, she must be going, she must be going. She believes in fortitude, she forces out a song, with everybody trying to sing along. Well, she believes in subtlety, though a lot of good it does, with everybody shouting from above. Oh, she believes she has to leave. She believes she must be going. She believes she has to leave. She believes she must be going. She must be going. She must be going. All right, there you go. Hey, I got Jamie in the house. Jamie, how are you? Thank you for that. What Jamie's mentioning here, if there's anyone else in the chat, what Jamie's mentioning is I just released a new single. I'm going to play this as a part of this set. For sure, because that's the whole idea, right? Release a single, we're going to play that song on Friday night too. Big venue for me. It's called City Winery. I don't think that's unique here. I think those are all over the country. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, it's like a 90-seat venue. I think we're going to fill it. And playing with my friend Ricky Stein from New York. And he's really great. I got the band with me. Our recent practice, they sound good. So I'm really super psyched about this. Really good opportunity. So, all right. Play those tunes as a medley, like you just heard. Always sounds kind of cool. I like to, even though I'm like blabbing here, live, I like to do a couple things where we just go into the next song, and I always think that's kind of a pro move. Anyway, here's another one. It's hard to tell these days what's true. We fight each other over what to do. It's our opinion in my view. It's how it's written, I don't get to choose. Another scripted surprise. The lift you get when you cut me down to size. A pang of heartache, standing in for each goodbye. And how many knocks do we have to take? Many knocks before we answer our fate. Now I think I know how this should feel. This ain't it, but it presents as real. Pang of heartache, knowing what it might reveal. Well, how much effort do we have to make? How much effort do we carry our way? Though you can only see my eyes, I can hardly breathe through this disguise. Pang of heartache, for every line left unrevised. How many knocks do we have to take? How many knocks before we answer our fate? Here comes that feeling again. Recognize it by its intent. Pang of heartache mixed in with some discontent. I hear it knocking, but no one's really in suspense, 'cause I wrote the script for it, so I know just what it represents. and all the effort that we have to make. But how much effort do we feel it start to break? Feel it start to break. Feel it start to break. Feel it start to break. Thanks for the hearts, Jamie. I can still feel a little sickness in my voice. I'm doing much better. I'm going to tune here for a second. Just because, for those of you who play, you know that if you put a capo on the first fret, it's going to pull strings out of tune a little bit, especially the G string. I might use this guitar on Friday. That means I got to get a new set of strings on tonight. I would like to use this amp behind me, this guy right here, but blew a tube. And here's the bummer. This one's sort of a combined reverb trem tube. The thing that's a bummer about it is I put a new one in there and that one's bad too, like that happens sometimes. So it goes. All right. Let's see. All right, let's try another one here. Turn a little to face the camera. Wish I'd seen it, I would have stopped, would have had you taken from the top. Now we love the lessons, but then refuse to learn from them. I'm leaving it all to someone else, all to someone else. Should have seen it, I should have stopped. Should have gathered the strength to put it off. We take our chances until we can't take it anymore. I'm leaving it all to someone else, all to someone else. I'm leaving it all to someone else, all to someone else, all to someone else. And I'll feel better once this is done, 'cause we can't stop it once it's begun. Once we seen it, we could have stopped, could have spoke up, instead we let it drop. We tell our story but I can't fake it anymore. I'm leaving it all to someone else, all to someone else. I'm leaving it all to someone else, all to someone else, all to someone else, all to someone else. All right, there you go. Hey, Jamie, I don't think you're still here, but if so, hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support, as always. Good stuff. All right. All right, anyway, here's my new single. With every tablespoon of energy, portioned out so carefully, the challenge of it honestly is suppressing all our tendencies, and we're not doing any good around here. I'm doing what we could, it's weird that we're not doing any good around here. Around here, around here, around here. 'Cause we give our labor willingly to ruling class war enemies who keep us all perpetually under constant threat of poverty. We're not doing any good around here, just doing what we could. It's clear that we're not doing any good around here. Around here, around here, around here. And that voice creeps in every time, as if it were planted there by design. Litany read line by line, but if I could modify a single line, a single soul might see a single sign. I'll do it every single time. But I'm not doing any good around here. I'm just doing what I could for years. I'm not doing any good around here. Around here, around here, around here. So with every tablespoon of energy portioned out so selfishly until there's no more left of me. But if I could modify a single line, a single soul might see a single sign. Give me a sign, a single sign. Give me a sign, give me a sign. Give me a sign. Well, there you go. It all happened in a flash, directed like a detonation. Now I'm left looking for the leg wire, trying to trace its destination. Well, it went from one point to another, planned and plotted like a paragraph. We can mark the very moment when we stop laughing at the laugh track, and all this silicon in my soul makes you wanna give up the ghost. Makes you wanna give up the ghost. You stick around like a Norway Brown. They didn't spur the first disturbance, but when the power grid went down, well, they sure seem to serve their purpose with no big picture, no big plan, no intent to try to warn you. And that's that moment that we mapped when they just went all California. Oh, and all this silicon in my soul, all this silicon in my soul, all this silicon in my soul makes you wanna give up the ghost. Makes you wanna give up the ghost. Tonight, 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 and tonight, tonight, and tonight sounds different to me every time I play back. Didn't get there, was auditioning. Sounds different to me every time I play back. I've completed my conditioning. Tonight, 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 tonight. So I'll explain my generation if I may. We're defined by disillusionment, fashioned by the facts and feelings, and little chance for improvement. So we turn it up or turn it off. All this televised talk therapy, though it might help you hit your high note, well, it never really got through to me. And all this silicon in my soul, all this silicon in my soul, all this silicon in my soul makes you wanna give up the ghost. Makes you wanna give up the ghost. Makes you wanna give up the ghost. I like the bigger reverb tail on that, you know? This should be pretty good. All right, let's try this one. Never gonna get you to start till it fills up your heart, and you see yourself on the upside. Put another coin in the slot to witness what you're on. You couldn't see how there'd be any downside. Well, there's no upside when you're upside down. It's all downside on this downside. It's never gonna get you to start your immunity from the shock. You can't see any up to the upside. Take another look at the chart, all the progress that we scotched. We can't free ourselves from the downside. There's no upside when you're upside down. It's all downside on this downside, and we're in free fall on the downside. Well, do you remember what it was like on this climb, pretending we were still in the fight, and now we find there's no upside. There's no upside when you're upside down. It's all downside on this downside. There's no upside when you're upside down. It's all downside on this downside. Nobody will expect you to start till you know your way by heart. Well, then believe there'll be. Well, then believe there'll be. Believe there'll be any up to the upside. That's kind of cool. If I'm going to cut one, that's going to be the one. Sounds really good with the band. Dave, who's the drummer, is just what I think is a great part for it. A lot of toms. Seems really great, you know. This is weird. This delay pedal sometimes just does not want to shut off. It's really weird. I don't think I want that with this tune. Anyway, take a little of the slap back off. I like it, but it might be a little too much. Yeah, that's a little better. All right. Doesn't matter what we hoped, the fever never broke. Their anger burned with no evidence into something uncontrolled. Doesn't matter what we hoped, the fever never broke. We're strangled up in their selfishness with no slack left in the rope. Expecting, I don't know, some defensiveness, but no, they did was close. That the record show didn't happen on its own, but if we get a second go. We'll cut it in stone so we remember it always. Doesn't matter what we hoped, the fever never broke. Spellbound in this illogical narrative that we could not decode. Strung out on the snake oil palliatives and resentments oversold, acting out a string of imperatives dealt out by cheats and trolls. Let the record show didn't happen on its own, but if you get a second go, we'll cut it in stone so we remember it always. Doesn't matter what we hoped, the fever never broke. In the script where there should be a signature, someone scratched out what we wrote. Now we fortify the perimeter with topics we can broach. We won't admit how we're similar when you get us on our own. We exist on more of a continuum, the gap between us overblown. How we gonna stop, look or listen, no, just treat each other like a joke. Let the record show didn't happen on its own, but if you get a second go, we'll cut it in stone so we can let the record show didn't happen on its own, but if we get a second no, we'll cut it in stone so we remember it always. That's not exactly how that goes, but whatever. I also won't be taking a solo in that. I'll leave that to Josh with the lap steel. It's so cold out there, why don't you come inside? I'll tell you all the things that you want to despise, and everything I say only sounds cliche. Why do they always have to play this song when I feel this way? I don't have no time to sit in no cafe. I got songs to write and things I might say. Now everything I say only comes out wrong. Why do I always have to play this song? No, feel this way when they play this song. If you need a line, there's one written on the wall. But who cares, what's the use, you won't give in at all. And after all this time, you think this thing is done, but I know myself well enough to know the end's just begun. And everything I say only sounds cliche. Why do I always have to play this song when I feel this way? Oh, when I feel this way. Ah, when I feel this way. I think it's time you saw what's going on in here. Starts with that look in your eyes that feeds on my fear. I'll tell you anything that you wanna know. It's not how things would be if I were running this show. And everything I say only comes out wrong. Why do I always have to feel this way when they play this song? No, oh, when I feel this way. How, when I feel this way. And everything I say, everything I say only sounds cliche. Why do I always have to play this song when I feel this way? Feel this way. When I feel this way. When I feel this way. All right, that's the set. That right there is it. I'm going to take back that slap a little bit. That's a little bit better. And how about that with a little more? A little more verb. Okay. All right, this right here is my new single, and it's called Doing Any Good. With every tablespoon of energy portioned out so carefully, the challenge of it honestly is suppressing on our tendencies, and we're not doing any good around here, just doing what we could. It's weird that we're not doing any good around here, around here, around here, around here. Because we give our labor willingly to ruling class war enemies, keep us all perpetually under constant threat of poverty. We're not doing any good around here, just doing what we could. It's clear that we're not doing any good around here, around here, around here, around voice creeps in every time, as if it were planted there by design. Litany and line by line, but if I could modify a single line, a single soul might see a single sign. I do it every single time. But I'm not doing any good around here. Been doing what I could for years. I'm not doing any good around here. Around here, around here, around here. So with every tablespoon of energy, portioned out unselfishly, till there's no more left of me. I gotta get the timing of that right. It's real tiring. But if I could modify a single line, a single soul might see a single sign. Give me a sign, a single sign. Give me a sign, give me a sign, give me a sign. Messed it up pretty good there, but all right, I think that'll do it for the broadcast. Might try this again tomorrow. We'll see. Cheers. Thank you for being here. Especially you, Jamie.